money to get her on a private plane and have a chance to talk with her, but that's just based on previous experience in these high-profile criminal cases that we're so familiar with over the years. So we'll wait patiently and see what the family decides, what Amanda Knox decides to do about leaving Italy. We know, Paula, that there has been enormous media interest in this case. But tell our viewers, you're there in Perugia. You've been watching it now. There are reporters, media outlets from all over the world that have been covering it.
I've never seen anything like it in terms of covering a personal criminal case. I mean, why this case decided to be covered, there was a very, many of us could not believe the kind of access, Wolf, that we received. I had personal conversations with some of the prosecutors. The defense attorneys were always available. You had legal briefings from judges. That was also part of this case and part of the heightened media interest. The families, it was very difficult because I know, Wolf, that as much as we did speak to the families on both sides, many times they didn't want to speak to the media. They knew that they had to. Unfortunately, Meredith Kercher's family feels like they had been railroaded by what they called a very large PR machine. But obviously, this is a family still hurting and in despair from what happened to their daughter. I want to be able to have a look at the prison now, Wolf. We will turn our attention to the prison doors. There seems to be some movement. Again, we're going to have keep a close eye on what's going on with those vehicles. They seem to have their police escort ready and seem to be offering, if it is Amanda Knox, they seem to be offering her some protection outside of this prison. And we'll just wait to see. We have some doors opening. Go ahead, Wolf.
I was saying it's now after 11 p.m. in Perugia in Italy right now, and we'll see if they've wrapped up all the paperwork and allowed her to collect any personal possessions she may want to bring out of her, any books or any papers that she's written over these past 4 years. She's been in prison, convicted 2 years ago of murdering, participating in the murder of Meredith Kercher. We see that one vehicle on the other side of the prison gate. We don't know who's inside that vehicle, Paula, do we?
No, and they deliberately tried to tell us as little as possible about what was going on. You heard the Knox family say that they wanted some privacy, some time for the family to deal, and for that reason they weren't going to tell us all the details. What I know is what I heard from someone very close to the warden here, the female warden at this prison, said they would try and expedite the process. And if that is her in that van right now, it would have been less than an hour that she was back in there. Again, Wolf, I can tell you, we did constantly hear, at first it was very loud and then some low-level cheers and commotion from inside the prison. We know she was a very popular prisoner here, and that she spent the day, Wolf, today in the prison chapel singing hymns and playing some songs, and that she was incredibly confident that this would happen. She told people today that she was confident she would be doing this tonight and she'd be on a plane home. Wolf.
She is being released. Amanda Knox, 24 years old. She's being released from prison. Rafaela Solicito, 27 years old. He's being released after the 6 jurors and 2 judges overturned their guilty verdict of only a few years ago. We're looking at these live pictures at the prison near Perugia. Once those prison gates open, hopefully we'll see who's inside that vehicle. But it looks like they want to get moving, and those doors, those prison gates will open. We're going to stay on top of this picture. Paula, if you want to just tell our viewers what you're seeing right now, and I know you'll be near that car. That vehicle wasn't leaving.
Well, Wolf, we are very, very close to the car right now. It is coming through the gates. We'll try and get a good glimpse of who's inside. We should be able to tell if it is her or not. And here the vehicle comes, Wolf, again with an escort. We said we do not know if this is Amanda Knox in this vehicle. There is no one in that vehicle, Wolf. No one in the back seat. And the second vehicle goes by. It seems that she is in the second black vehicle, Wolf, and you can see the crowds chasing down the street right now. So she has one escort car and a private vehicle, that black Mercedes that you saw drive away right now. And Wolf, she did not have the dramatic exit on foot here outside of this prison. She had a very private exit, and you can see without the police escort, they made sure she was protected at the door. And that was it. We are going to speak now. Wolf, I'm just going to see if I can get any interviews. We're just going to see if we can... Ciao, come va? Cosa ti ha detto Amanda Knox?
Beh, felicissimo, ovviamente non riesce a contenere la gioia, finalmente.
I assume that everyone in Seattle, they followed this after hometown. They are thrilled right now. Are they surprised that the Italian justice system moved dramatically in reversing that earlier guilty verdict?
I think it's been a long, long wait here in Seattle. You know, the family has been mortgaged to the hilt. They've been borrowing money for this effect. There's been some fundraisers in this town. Certainly Amanda Knox's high school has played a role in that as well. I think they're all relieved now, but we'll just have to wait and see. There has also been not the great amount of support in this town that you might imagine, Wolf, because a lot of the information coming to Seattle was coming through the tabloid press over in Europe. It was hard for people in Seattle to get a clear picture of what was going on. But now that she is released, and now that she will be back here, presumably to tell her story, I think that may change a lot of people's minds.
And Drew, you spent a lot of time reporting on this story, so give us